So far in our program, we've roughed the face and roughed the end. I'm just going to turn these cut lines off so we don't see them. And now I want to take a 2-inch face mill and clean up the last 10 thou that's left on this face with one pass. Remember, this distance is just shy of 1.5 inches. So to do that, I've got the code here that we've always used. Put the tool in the spindle, position and turn it on. So we're going to calculate these positions and pick up the height offset. And then we can make our single pass. So first we need to calculate the RPM. So I'll bring the calculator back. And if we go to the machinery handbook, what's recommended for carbide, uncoated. And for face milling this grade of aluminum with uncoated carbide, the machinery handbook recommends a cutting speed from 755 to 1720. So I'm going to use a cutting speed of 1000. I'm going to say 1000 times 4. It's 4000. And if I divide by 2, the diameter of the tool, I get 2000 RPM. And next, I'll program the Y because I'm just going to put the cutter on the center of the part. I'm not going to worry about arcing in or the fact I'm on the center. It's only a light 10 thou cut. I'm quite certain I won't pick up chatter. And the center of the part's roughly -3/4 because this is 1.496. So next we need our X coordinate. Well, we're going to start here in the negative X and feed across in this direction. So the X will be negative the radius of the cutter, plus I would like that 100 thou gap that I always use between the edge of the cutter and the part. So put the tool in the spindle, position and turn it on, pick up my height offset. So the next step is to feed to our depth of cut, which is at 0, and then to calculate a feed rate. So the feed is the RPM times the number of flutes times the feed per tooth. And I'm going to say I want 6 thou because I'd like roughly a 60 micro-inch surface finish. So I get a feed of 36 inches a minute. I'll enter 36. And then the next step is just to feed across the part. And since the length of the part, again, is just shy of 2 inches, I'm going to program to go to X. 2 would put the center of the cutter over this edge of the part, but I would like it off, so I need to take it past by the radius of 1 inch. Plus that 100 thou. So I'll program X 3.1. I'll just refresh the plot. Turn that up, and here's our single pass across the top of the part. Just want to point out, if this were still a single pass cut, but it was a rough pass, I would make sure I arced into the part, and I would make sure I did not feed down the center, as that creates the worst cutting condition for a rough facing.